Hello. Hello. I'm okay. Tired today. Don't really want to work out. I have to do that still after this whole thing. I think I'll just do like dancing or something though, because that's fun. I don't feel like running today. You're sending me a card. Aw. I'll put it on my wall. I have my little wall over there that has like everything people have sent me. Hello. Bowser's gonna start barking at any minute. Hey, you okay? I will. I know I should. I don't think I can I flip my camera around? I can, I think. Hold on. Over there. I have some of the stuff up there that people have sent me. And then, you know, just as I get things, I put them up on my wall so people can see them. Hello. Thank you. Yeah. What's up, Tiffany? I am sitting on the ground. I sit on the ground for these videos, and that's why my butt's always sore when I get up. My P.O. box is still open. Yep. I had to go fix it for some reason. Earlier this month, my card was hacked, and so I had to cancel it. And then I tried to update my card information at the website, and it wouldn't do it, so I had to go in and do it. So I know I should. Yes, 280. P.O. Box 280. Yes, I am going live every day. Hello. Hey, I was just talking about Bowser. He's over here. I know you love him. I will show him to you. There he is. You miss my curly hair. I love it both ways. I like it straight and curly. I feel more empowered with it straight. I feel girly with it curly. Oh, that rhymed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know, isn't he adorable? As he starts barking. Props to you for wanting to go 72 hours. I think that's going to boost your autophagy and Zadki's skin. You want to improve. I do too. And I mean, it's really, I don't know what it is. Recently, I've noticed it's changed so much. I think it's a lot to do with that comparison picture that I did. But like, I think lifting too has helped significantly. Bowser has the most expressive eyes. Oh my gosh, he talks to me with his eyes. Is today your eat day? Did I miss something? Are you doing an extended fast? Today is my eat day, but next Monday, or I guess starting Sunday evening, a group of us are going to start a 72-hour fast and try to go to Wednesday evening or Wednesday afternoon. I kind of thought, I really want to try to go to Wednesday, but and that's the idea in my head, is to go to Wednesday. So I'm not going to say that I'm not doing it, you know, because I feel like if I say, oh, I might go, then I'm going to like let myself not go till then. Does that make sense? So I want to keep going. You want to join us? Okay. I don't know what time zone you're in, but we plan on starting at, well, you could start whatever time you want to, you know, if you want to just document your own 72-hour fast, but I'm starting Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Your Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not sure what that would be on your time. What's up, bub? Come here. I'm gonna sit on my book. So 9 your time. Okay. 9 p.m. Okay. He's right in my face. Thank you. I haven't been able to buy the light show yet. I know Ian was wanting to order something up. Yes, I know. Ian's at work, so every time I say his name, he's like, Where's dad? Ian was wanting to order something else off Amazon, I think, and when he did that, I was going to try to get some too. Important note for 72-hour fast that people need to know: some funky stuff with the digestion can start happening towards the end, so be near a bathroom. So it sounds like your body clears itself of like, it's like a, oh, what's it, like a detox almost in a way. 72 hours is very doable with electrolytes. I've done it a few times. You'll totally be able to do it. Just keep your mind busy. See, that's kind of what I want to do. And so I picked up doing Instacart. If you guys watched my last vlog, or I even talked about it in live yesterday, but my last vlog I talked about it. And if I get up early enough in the morning, I can do a bunch of those, and those definitely keep me busy. Like, I did not eat today. I didn't break my fast for 40 hours because I was busy doing a order, and I wasn't hungry during that entire time. And then I had that like late lunch, and I still haven't been hungry, and I just made myself eat a banana with some peanut butter and a tortilla because I want to not overdo it at dinner time because I feel so hungry. Does that make sense? I'm really bad at, like, for whatever reason, the breakfast that I've been having has held me over for such a long period of time that I don't want to eat until like 2 hours before dinner time. And it's like, well, I don't want to eat something big because I don't want to spoil my dinner. So I eat something small. And then at dinner time, I have a whole lot of calories left for the rest of the day. And so I'm like, oh, I have all these calories left. I can eat up to my calorie count, which just, in the long run, I don't want to be bloated the next day. So I'm trying to learn to balance out my breakfast. I need to eat like a smaller breakfast, basically doing half of what I've been doing. So that way I still have enough room to do lunch, and then I can do dinner and not overeat at dinner time. I've done 60 hours max. Okay. After 24 hours, there's no need for a toilet anymore. I'm currently doing 72-hour fast, maybe more because I started Monday and ending Friday. Okay. I started using mineral drops from Trace Minerals. It really helped with headaches, in case anyone wants to try it. Hey Rachel, makes me nervous to do a 72-hour fast. I should at least try, right? That's really up to you, Millie. Have you done any other fast before? Because the longest I've ever gone is like 46 hours. And so this is a big jump for me. I'm nervous to do it, but I'm also excited to do it because I think I'll be able to push myself to actually do it. And I really want to, like, um, shock my metabolism in a way too. So I'm hoping this definitely helps with that, because in the book that we talked about, uh, longer fast can boost your metabolism quite a bit. So I did a 20-hour fast. I'm pregnant. Good for you. Should you feel a bit nauseous at day 2 of the fast, that's normal, as ketones make you feel tad blah. It's a good sign, actually. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Anything like that. I've been having some anxiety about my upcoming weigh. I'm afraid I'll be upset if I didn't lose anything. Anyone else feel that way? I felt that way every time I began to weigh in. Like at the beginning of every month, right before I was going to weigh in, I would feel super nervous, and I'd be like, I really don't want to weigh in tomorrow. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. But you do it and you see your results, and then you move on, because it doesn't mean that what you did in the past month was wrong or you failed just because the scale didn't budge, you know? Like, I'm trying to think of the best way to word that. Like, if you see something that you don't necessarily like on the scale whenever you jump on it, I personally, what I did that month that I didn't lose any weight is I reflected, well, what did I do this past month that was different than the other months that I did? Okay, well, we had social events every weekend where I was drinking. I just said that out loud. Whatever. I was drinking way too much, and I was consuming way too much junk food. And so because of that, that definitely stunted my weight loss for month 10. The next month, though, when I cut out like all alcohol, which is kind of why a big reason why I don't drink a lot. I've never been a big drinker anyways, but at social parties, when everybody around you's doing it, you know, you kind of feel like, well, I guess I'll have one too, type of thing. Anyway, after I cut out all alcohol that next month, I lost 12 pounds. So it's kind of like you kind of have to look back on your time and or look back on the previous month and be like, okay, what could I possibly change? Is there something I could change or maybe do better? And that's kind of what I did. Group support will make it easier for you. I know, I'm so excited. For like the group in general and stuff, the next starting Monday. It's called the keto flu. Okay, what should the eat timing? What do you mean by that? What should the eat timing in ADF? Do you mean like what time should you eat during alternate day fasting? Because it can be different for everyone. It really depends on when you start or when you stop eating and start eating again. So for example, I stop eating at 8 o'clock p.m. I go the entire next day without food, and I don't eat again until 10 o'clock a.m. the following day. So like if I ate Monday, I wouldn't eat all Tuesday, and I wouldn't eat again until Wednesday morning, if that's kind of what you mean. And then you just alternate it back and forth like that. Mixed drinks are so many. Yes, they are. My 4th day, 20-hour fasting. There you go. Good for you. 8 measured ounces every 40 hours. The longest fast I've done was 21 days, and it was 3 years ago, but for spiritual purposes, not dietary. But that's how I knew I could do ADF, and now I'm 1 pound away from 50 pounds down. Good for you, girl. So liver chooses to burn alcohol before fat. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's kind of why, like, on those weekends and stuff, whenever I was having those social events, there's nothing wrong with having social events, enjoying yourself with your friends and, you know, everything like that. I just had to reevaluate what I did that month and be like, okay, I know this is what I did, something that I hadn't been doing before. So that's why I need to cut that out of my diet. And that's when I lost 12 months after, you know? Doing 60 to 8, third weekend. Haven't noticed anything major. How often should I weigh myself? I normally weigh every week, but get demotivated if I see a loss. I like to do, yeah, Tiffany said once a month. I personally was weighing myself once a month at the basically the anniversary of the day that I started. So that way it was kind of like every month I knew how much I'd lost overall. I've been doing OMAD and it works. I'm going really slow, and I've heard a lot of OMAD go to add, oh, ADF, and they seem to like it so much better all the way around. OMAD or alternate day fasting? Hello. 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 Whew, are you guys ready to talk about chapter 2? It's not a very long chapter. Yeah, I hope. That's kind of my thought process of being able to do 72 hours is because I've been doing ADF for so long. I feel like I should be able to. Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, look at that. I feel like I should be able to do a whole alternate day fasting. Yeah, I know. It's super short. Like, chapter 2 is so short. So it won't take very long to, like, go through it, you know? And we can kind of talk about it. And, it really, we're reading the Life in the Fasting Lane book. Really, this chapter is just the beyond science, the mental and emotional benefits of fasting. So if you've read this chapter and you have any input to throw in, please let me know, because whenever I looked through it, there wasn't too much in it that I was like, I would kind of like to talk about this, you know, or whatever, besides the whole women are punished for any weight gain thing. Like, that hit home. You guys know. But I do kind of want to start off at the end of this chapter, because I thought that this was something that I definitely wanted to bring up with you guys. Not necessarily the workforce and stuff like that, because I think that according to studies, apparently, if you're overweight, you are looked over more than somebody who's not overweight whenever it comes to, like, getting promoted and things like that. I personally haven't had that experience, and I don't know how, and I know this is, like I said, one of those studies that talks about it. So I don't know if anybody else has had a personal experience about anything like that. So I didn't really feel too much about talking about it. But, you know, I was going to go ahead and read the last part of this chapter because it talks about how fasting differs from other weight loss plans. And I'm going to scroll back up because some things were popping in. I just hit 50 pounds today since August using keto and IF, hoping to use OMAD ADF to lose 20 more. Congratulations, Julia. I'm switching to ADF from OMAD. Okay, yeah, I personally, and we've talked about this before in the past, I prefer ADF over OMAD because one meal a day, I have a really hard time sticking to one meal a day. It's like, because once I start eating, I can't stop. That's why I don't do OMAD. I like doing it 3 meals a day. That way it kind of helps my body break down and digest the food throughout the day instead of just like one meal at the end of the day or whatever time. So anyway. Ooh, I also do 8 from 5 fasting days. You're having trouble sleeping at night. I know some people said that drinking water before bed and some other supplements as well to help sleep at night. And I never remember what it is. How many days did it take to get results? It really is going to vary per person whenever you do it because everybody's different. I mean, I didn't weigh myself every day when I started. I only weighed myself once a month, and in the first month I lost 16 pounds. The main thing is how fasting differs from other weight loss plans. Yeah. Regarding being looked over for being overweight, I think it's seen as a lack of discipline. Yeah, and maybe that is why. That kind of gives it a deeper meaning to me because I was kind of like, I don't really see how like just because you're overweight means you don't get promoted. But now that you say that, at the beginning of the chapter it talks about how overweight people are looked at as being not disciplined and stuff like that, which is so not true. Like they can be I was just as disciplined. I just wasn't in other ways that, I don't know. It's really weird. I ordered the book yesterday. I'm excited. Yay. I felt the bandwagon. I need to get back on. Is it a fasting day? It's not a fasting day for me. Today's an eat day. I've had a lot of problems sleeping since starting. Bung is a word healing. Okay. Magnesium powder. I feel like I binged on OMAD. Try shoving everything in my mouth in an hour. I feel the same about OMAD with food. It's like once you pop, you can't stop. It's easier to once you pop, you can't stop. It's easier to not eat for a day than to do OMAD. Hello. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna go over this now, guys, and we'll kind of talk about it a little bit, the few key points in this chapter, and then tomorrow is Thursday, right? I think so. We'll talk about chapter 3, and then Friday we're gonna make vision boards together, so that kind of puts out a little plan as to how the lives will go over the next couple of days. Hey Bree, you're new here. Okay guys, one more question and then I'm gonna go over this chapter really quick because I keep popping in and I really want to be able to answer everybody's questions, I watched your first YouTube video. I must say you have come a long way and look stunning. Thank you. What fasting protocol am I on? I'm on alternate day fasting. So I eat every other day. So like for example, today's an eat day. I won't eat at all tomorrow, and then an eat day, and then so on and so forth. So anyways, moving forward, we're going to start talking about the book now. If anything else pops in, guys, if you guys can answer them for me, if I don't see them or whatever, or I will go back and look at them after we're done talking about this chapter. It's really short, so it won't take me very long. But, so, how fasting differs from other weight loss plans. 1, it's sustainable. This isn't a short-term eating plan where you cut out one food group for a few weeks until you've shed pounds. It's a long-term sustainable lifestyle. So if you wanted to do it for the rest of your life, it seems like you could do it sustainably. Even doing like 16-8 or something like that, it doesn't have to be alternate day. It's free. There are no special foods or gimmicks to buy into. In fact, fasting will save you money. That is 100% true. You do not need to buy anything special. You don't need to buy any products or any gimmicks to get you through, like to get you to fast. It will save you money because you're not eating every other day, or you're eating less food, so you don't need to buy as much food to get you through. Your food will last you longer too. I know at the beginning of all this, hey, dude. Guten Tag, hello. It's flexible. It's flexible. Just skip snacks, skip one meal a day, or fast for an entire day. Customize a plan that works for you. And that's another really great thing about fasting is that you can change it to whatever you need to, So, anywho, moving on to the first chapter. Like I said, I didn't really see too much in it that I felt like stood out to me. So if you guys read this chapter and there was something or a point in it that you would like to point out, then please feel free to, and we can kind of talk about it. Let's see here. what I did see in here was about how fasting is has like mood stabilizing properties. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember where I saw this because I wrote it down. Okay, so they did a study on a group of women that were about 25 years old. Like the mean age was 25 years old, 52 women. The study looked for changes in mood, irritability, sense of achievement, reward, pride, and control. At the end of 18 hours, the study concluded that while the women felt less irritable than they had in the beginning or than they had before the fast, they had a higher sense of reward, achievement, and pride. And a lot of the time, people are like, why do you still fast? Well, of course, I still fast for the autophagy benefits and the other added benefits besides that. But every day that I complete a fasting day, I do feel that sense of achievement and that sense of pride. And like, I've actually done something to better my health and made me feel good. So that's kind of another reason why I continue doing this for as long as I have, because every day that I get down, I just feel that much better. And I think that's why for such a long time, whenever I would like not be able to make it through a fasting day, I would be so hard on myself because it was like I didn't reach my goal. I didn't have that achievement that I liked, or whatever. So there's that. They talk about that in this. Let's see here. They also talk about how if you begin fasting, you can also kind of experience anxiety, which is attributed to the hormone uh, noradrenaline that is secreted during a fast. It causes your blood pressure to increase, your heart to be faster, and your nervous system to become more alert. These effects may be experienced together. These effects may be experienced as anxiety. They don't last longer than 2 weeks when the body adapts to the increased level of noradrenaline. Let's see. He says, most of my female clients of all ages don't report feeling irritable on short fasts, meaning intermittent fasts of 42 hours or less 3 times a week. Instead, I've noticed that many become more emotional or irritable only on extended fasts of 5 days or more, and only when they're new to fasting. These women may become emotional because during an extended fast, you start to lose belly fat in large quantities. Excess fat cells produce excess estrogen, and the loss of those cells release estrogen out of the storage and into the bloodstream. So, for a short period of time, your hormones soar, which is an impact on your emotions, which just kind of makes sense. Let's see here. I did like this too because I know some people talk about how like they feel irritable whenever they don't eat for a long period of time. And I kind of think that this explains this to me as well. I found that people who lose the most water weight often which often leads to bloating, are the ones most likely to report mood swings and irritability. So it kind of makes me wonder for people who like, oh, I can't go a whole day without eating because it makes me hungry. It's like when you're in the fasting state and your body is losing water weight. So it's kind of like, is that why we get those mood swings or we get irritable? We get hangry. Is that kind of the definition of hangry? Whenever we fast for so long, our body is losing the water weight. We believe this is due to the electrolyte loss, and that's experienced when there's a decrease in water weight. This is only a short-term problem though, and the mood tends to stabilize when the body stops dumping excess weight. So I kind of feel like hangry is part of this, because once you get past it and you push past it or push past the hangry feelings or whatever, your mood stabilizes after a short period of time. I personally never had that experience when I started fasting because I didn't get hangry, but I know a lot of people do experience that and ask me what I do about it, and it seems like maybe the reason why they're getting hangry is because their body is losing that water weight. They're losing the electrolytes. That's kind of what I understood from this part of the book. Correct me if I'm wrong because I don't want to say wrong, but that's kind of what I understood from it. Okay. And then, of course, being overweight affects more than just your physical health. It also impacts your mental and emotional health, which is one of the things that I struggled with so much. And that's one of the reasons why I started, because of how bad it messed with my mental and emotional health. Um, he says, "Well, I strongly believe that we should accept ourselves and others regardless of weight," which is 1000% true. I never judge an overweight person because I've been in those shoes and I know how it feels to be that way. And I highly and I feel like everybody in this group will feel the same way. Like, you can't judge somebody like that. Like, that's just it's not nice. Don't be mean. um but while I strongly believe that we should accept ourselves and others regardless of weight, as a culture we have a long way to go towards acceptance, which is true because of the way society portrays overweight people. Um, the truth is that misinformed attitudes about weight pervade just about every part of our society. And then this is when he was kind of talking about basically um, saying that overweight people are lazy and stuff like that, kind of like what we were talking about. Many people unwittingly perceive overweight people as lazy, gluttonous, and lacking willpower. This is the direct result of the calories in, calorie out mode of thinking endorsed by most health professionals and researchers. So, therefore, if you're gaining weight, it's because you lack the willpower to get off the couch, put down your fork and knife, or move your body. You have a character defect, and it doesn't seem to matter that 99% of people who try a calorie-restricted diet fail to lose weight over the long term, or that every single study of this eat less, move more approach has failed. Every single one. That's kind of how he talks about it. In a way, they talk about some more, let's see. Nevertheless, because this prevailing view that obesity is a personal shortcoming, studies consistently find that obese individuals are viewed as less desirable subordinates, coworkers, and bosses in the workplace. And that must be exactly why they were saying, or I can't remember who said that. I think it was Michael, is that right? Said that the reason why in the workplace the obese people wouldn't be considered for the job is because of those reasons. That's kind of, now that that makes sense, because I was kind of like, I don't really understand what they're trying to get across here, but now I do, so that's good. Let's see here. I don't remember what else I wrote down. Let me see here. He talks more about the calories in, calories out aspect. I'm not gonna like read it word for word, just because one, I don't want to be copyrighted, but two, like I said, there's just something I didn't really feel like going over, and it's, you know. And then we'll start here. Let's return to the issue of weight bias. The effect of weight on earning potential is staggering, significantly impacting salary, but the result is different for men and women. For women, the skinnier you are, the more money you'll make, even to a startling 70 pounds below average weight. In fact, women are punished for any weight gain, which is one of the things that I posted on the 95 Days of Fasting group that I highlighted if you guys are on there and you saw that. Just because that struck so much to me at this moment, because how is it fair? Like, it just, it's just unfair, like, why does anybody have any right to judge a woman for gaining more for whatever reason? Like, and it's so two-sided too, because for example, if you had an eating disorder and you're anorexic or you're bulimia or whatever, and you're trying to get that and you start gaining back weight, say you get to a healthy weight and people are like, oh, are you gaining weight? How messed up is that? Or like right now, for example, my body is changing again because I'm becoming more muscular. And people are like, are you gaining weight? Yeah, I'm gaining weight in muscle. So it's kind of like, it's really sucks. And I know guys get it too sometimes, but I, as a woman, personally, I see it affect women more than it affects men. For example, I'm not a judgmental person whenever it comes to what you look like, or whatever. And it's just sad. Like, I hate that about society. Like, stop being judgmental and love everybody and the world will be a happier place. Okay? Rachel for president 2020, whatever it is. But anyway, moving on. I was gonna say 2020. That's right? Rachel for president 2020. I'm just kidding. Don't vote for me. um, Anyways, they do say in here, like, women are punished for any weight gain, and thin women earn approximately 2,200 more than the average weight women. Very heavy women earn about 1,900 average, or less than the average, which I kind of thought was interesting. Why would, I don't understand, I guess I don't understand how salary would impact your weight. But if, like, they were saying that an overweight person is looked at as lazy, they wouldn't be getting the promotions and making as much money. Maybe that's kind of what they were talking about. But then it also talks in here about how, let's see here, like an obese, or okay, according to a 2009 study, only 4% of top male CEOs were obese, compared to 36% of the general male population. But 61% of top male CEOs were overweight. So opposite of obese, indicating a level of tolerance for those who are only modestly heavier than the average. The difference for women were much starker. Only 3% of top female CEOs were obese, compared to 38% of the general population, but only 22% of top female CEO were overweight, compared to 29% of the general population. And these statistics, he says, these statistics are shocking and are part of what drives my work to destigmatize obesity and give people the tools to live the healthiest life possible. And that's kind of how they end the chapter. And then, like I said, we went over the how fasting differs from other weight loss plans there at the end. So that's, like I said, the end of the chapter. The whole salary thing, like, didn't really strike much home to me personally. So I know some people might want to talk about it, and that's fine. But I'm going to go back up and see what all I missed now that I'm not looking at the book anymore. Whew. I missed a lot. I'm so sorry. Saves money and health. Yes, there's a part in the beginning about being irritable, cause non-adrenaline. Yep. I like it debunks the calorie in, calorie out mentality. I think somebody answered that. Do I drink? Yes. The mood stability was a surprise to me. I'm doing 6 and 8. Do you recommend taking a day off in a week? I think somebody answered that question for you as well. I'm easy 40 hours, but I still do Tito's and filtered water. Do you drink coffee on fasted days? I do drink coffee on fasting days. I was so moody in the beginning. I'm going on 3rd week. I'm so much better since I started drinking more water. That's good. One weird remedy for my hangerness is add a wee bit of salted water and gulp it down. Yeah, that kind of helped me too. After starting the group and some people saying adding pink Himalayan salt to your water can help you get through, it definitely helped me on one of the days. So hangry is detoxing. Hi, did you already break your ADF through the years for a while? If yes, is it hard to start again? I have not ever broke. I've continuously, well, I mean, I did 4-3, but I still continued fasting. I haven't stopped fasting since I've started fasting. I'm bloated a lot even when I'm fasting, but I haven't been doing it for a long time though. You haven't been fasting for a long time? Yes, it messes with your mental health, what I'm currently dealing with. Life in the fasting lane. The book is like, okay, thank you, Joe Rogan. Virgin has some interesting thoughts about lazy people. What was the first chapter about? I did the live chat on the first chapter yesterday. I can't remember exactly. It was the science behind fasting. And actually, my live video went up last night, which I was really surprised because usually they were not posting until the next day. But I stopped for a month this year, and it was hard to start again until Rachel started. Oh, I didn't know that, girl. Gotta fly. I just bought the book and I'm charging my dead Kindle. I'll come back prepared. There's no win-win situation for women. Guys don't get it that much. It's ignorance. That is only women amongst each other. Men only react if the change is extreme. Totally. You have my vote. 2024. I'm late because I'm back from a walk. If you cut a little piece of your hair, all women will notice. Man, not. You have to shave your head bald for us to notice. Then I must have gained a lot of weight, Dennis, because I have men commenting that I'm gaining a lot of weight. Did you get an email that your shirts were shipped from? I have not gotten one. It absolutely affects women more. I've seen overweight men make fun of women who are overweight. It's so true that there are many statistics that demonstrate how women will earn less based on perceived attractiveness in general. Your vibe is chill. Hey, Hannah. Brie, how long have you been doing the fasting protocol? How much did you lose in the first month? Also, has it helped with skin? I've been doing it for 2.5 years now. I lost 16 pounds in the first month and it has helped significantly with my loose skin, but I do still have loose skin. But the reason that I continuously fast is for the autophagy benefits. This is the only one that I've read, Rin, and I'm not even all the way through it yet, so I don't really have a preference, but I do like this one a lot. It's, yes, being overweight affects women, but it also affected me in a sense that I get with guys who don't like skinny girls, and I am skinny. It's the other way around. I stopped for my honeymoon. I was doing a lot of OMAD. After that, it was hard to really get back on track. Chapter 3 made you laugh out loud. The hunger bully one. Those are not real men. Well, thank you. Went on a walk today. Not a lot, but maybe. Hey, that's good. You got an email your shirt was shipped. Yay. I hope mine has because I'm so excited to get it. I'm starting tomorrow along with your challenge, so tomorrow will be my first day in a long time. So wish me luck. Good luck. Can't wait. I got a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. Yay. I heart autophagy. Same. Get a Fitbit. It will aid you on your calories burn. Yes, Fitbit. I had like a cheap $24 one off of Amazon that helps count my steps, but I really like my Apple Watch if you own an Apple product, just because it kind of syncs with it and everything else. But I got this watch and I was like, man, I really hope I like the thing because I was spending a lot of money on this. I never, ever, ever spend a lot of money on myself like that. And I think this was like $300. And that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that besides my camera. And it was just like, I really hope that I use it and I really like it. And I've worn it every day since I've had it. I love it. I can't wear it on my wedding day though. They'll throw off pictures. Hannah, make sure that I take my watch off on my wedding day. Speaking of that, I don't want to talk about it right now, I guess. It's like women can't win when it comes to body shape and size. Hello from Greece. I'm on my second fasting day. Long way to go. Hello. It's been a month since I subscribed and 3 weeks into ADF. Happy to say I've lost 19 pounds and you're loving it. Congratulations. Same. My husband insisted I get it. He bought all my Apple products. How long does it take to get used to fasting? Did you heal from... How long does it take to get used to fasting? Didn't you feel hungry all the time initially and difficult it is to maintain? It's gonna vary per person. For me, within the first week, I was able to go, I ate 500 calories on my fasting days. The week after that, I didn't have to have any calories. And I was not hungry all the time. Hunger goes away. And that is something that we'll talk about in chapter 3 because they talk about it. I believe it's chapter 3. They talk about how hunger goes away. Is that chapter 3 or chapter 1? I don't remember. And is it difficult to maintain? The longer you do it, the easier it is. So, have you been able to up your water intake with your Monster water bottle? Yes, I actually need to drink some now, so thank you for reminding me. As I pull this giant, like, freaking water bottle up. Sorry, Bowser. He's, like, right under me, and I just scared the crap out of him. Rachel, where did you get your Unstoppable tea? I think I thought I answered this yesterday. My friend made it for me. He had a Cricut machine. But I just bought a white t-shirt and he put the words on it for me. When do you go live on here to read the book? Are you saying, I'm sorry, do you mean like every day do I go live on here? This is something we just started, if that's what you're asking. How long did it take you to pack on the muscle? Over a year. For about a year, because it's where I am now compared to a year ago, I was a lot slimmer, but now I have more muscle than I did then. Do you realize how imitators are suddenly appearing on YouTube? One missing ingredient, the Rachel factor. What do you mean? I want that t-shirt, the unstoppable one. How did you focus on work while fasting? I can't concentrate in college when I'm fasting. That's really interesting, Jonathan, because I think it was yesterday on in the chapter we talked about, it actually is said that fasting, well, I guess that's over a certain amount of time. Fasting helps you concentrate because and stay more focused and sharper, because it's kind of like as your body goes without food, it kind of takes us back to whenever we used to have to hunt for food. And so you need to be sharper and more focused to hunt for your food. So that's over an extended period of time though. But I personally didn't have issues. I liked the distraction of like work and things like that. It helped me get through the days completely. How do you stop yourself from licking your fingers, taste testing food when you cook and bake? I just reached one with ADF. And I always slip up on this. If you do that, don't beat yourself up over it. It's completely fine. Like, a little taste test is not gonna hurt you that much. You know, it's not gonna hurt you at all. It's fine if you do that. Personally, I just don't. I mean, I used to. I used to like to taste test batters and stuff like that, and then that would kind of like help push me through my fasting day. But I don't do it anymore. I just don't feel the need to. When are you getting married? Well, we're supposed to be getting married June 27th, 2020, but here in Kansas City, the mayor just introduced this 10-10-10 thing I saw on the news. And so I emailed my venue person. I want to make sure that our guests are still allowed to come, because um, it might only be like 10 people allowed inside and 50 people allowed outside, and try not to think about it too much. Don't want to get upset, you know? Did you up your calories to build muscle? Yes. I mean, because I work out every day now, you definitely need to up your total daily energy expenditure. If you are working out, you need to up your calorie count anyway, because you're burning more. You don't want to like lower your calories too much. I mean, as you're losing weight, you don't need as many calories, but you also want to make sure that you have enough calories because you're working out. Are you working out on your eat days? And do you eat past your BMR now that you are doing it for the benefits and not weight loss? I've always ate past my BMR. You always need to make sure you're eating past your basal metabolic rate, because your basal metabolic rate is the amount of calories that your body like uses to move, like to make your body work. Like that doesn't count like getting up, walking around. That's like basic body functions. You definitely need to make sure that you're upping your that you're eating above your BMR. But I do work out on both my eat days and my fasting days. I watched all your videos and you're so inspiring. I've been doing ups and downs, weight loss, and finally coming back to ADF. Well, welcome back. I tried the snake diet and all that works. It's not sustainable long term. Oop. Hello from Holland. Why don't you like keto? I personally don't want to do keto because I don't like how restrictive it is. And I don't think it's very sustainable, because I know a lot of people who, once they stop keto, then they automatically start getting the weight back. With alternate day fasting, you can still eat carbs and eat what you want. You know, when I say I eat what I want anymore, I eat healthy because that's what I want to do and it's sustainable. Your venue isn't in Casey though. I know, but I messaged her and I asked her about it, and she was talking to the city manager. So, I mean, she did tell me earlier this week that um, there was a 200% off, or like we could have 200 people or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, anyway. Lots of folks out there are trying imitators what you have done vlogs about ADF. Have you ever checked if you are in ketosis through urine strips or a blood beater? No, I've not. By the way, you can absolutely do 72. I've done them back to back for the month of March. Keep up with salts. Himalayan, no salt. It will help. You look fantastic in your inspiration. Thank you. I'm losing weight too fast. A concern Is losing weight fat, wait, is losing weight too fast a concern doing alternate day? I've dropped over 20 pounds in less than 3 weeks, feeling great, less inflammation. Some of that could really be water weight. It might not all be fat, you know? Like I always feel like in my first month, I lost 16 pounds, yes, but I don't think it was all fat. I think that definitely was some water weight. Um, you know, that's gonna go first. So I think that was kind of it. And that could maybe be what's with you too. Um, but I really don't have a good answer on how much weight you should be losing. I think a healthy amount is, what was it, 2 pounds a week or something like that, considered a healthy amount. And I lost 8 pounds a month on average. And I mean, every month I lost something different too. So like the first month I lost 16, the next was 9, then it was 12, blah, 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 blah. How does your family respond to your journey? I would imagine they're proud of you. Yes. You know, my mom and my brother really are. My brother cracks me up all the time because he's always like, he he's a live entertainer on a cruise ship, so he does the singing and dancing. His goal is to move to California and become an actor, and he's a very talented kid, and he's always like, you got there before me, I wish. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I just do YouTube videos. But yeah, I mean, my mom's proud of me too, which is good. But you know, yeah, California. I was actually supposed to go out to California to do his cruise this year. Every 24-hour fast stands for 0.5 to 1 pound per day. Oh, interesting. What else we got, guys? I lived in Orange County for 9 months, and now my BF and I are in Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. Hannah doesn't want to go to Vegas. I was supposed to have a vacation in, oh, it's over 100 today. Wow. How much water do I drink? I try to drink at least a half of my gallon water bottle a day. I would love it. I want to go to Vegas. We should. That's where my meetup will be. Everybody go to Vegas. I don't even know if Hannah's in the chat anymore. A lot of weight loss influencers have done the what I ate as an overweight challenge. Would you consider doing that? Would be interesting to see the difference in your diet then and now. I don't even remember what I ate then. But I actually did right before I did this video is film my what I eat as an intermittent alternate day faster video. It's where I gave some examples out there. The best part about weight loss is people notice. But that is a good idea. I kind of want to write that down because I think that would be kind of interesting to see what I ate as an overweight person. I don't even remember. You know, and the thing is too, when I think back, like, I guess whatever I was eating was not good for me, obviously. I love bread. But when I try to think of like things that I ate that would like, I don't remember I ever ate a lot or anything like that. I just don't have a desire to go. Well, Hannah, we're going to Vegas so we can meet all of our peeps. Where did I get my water bottle? I got it from Amazon. Do you ever think do you ever think if you would like to become a personal trainer or nutritionist? I don't have any education in either one of those fields. So I feel like if I were to do that, then in a way I would probably get a lot of backlash because I don't have an education in those fields. I would love to do it. I think it would be a great career choice, you know, to kind of do other than the YouTube and stuff like that because I love helping people, but apparently, never mind, I'm not going to say that because I'll get backlash for that too. Um, I would love to do it, but I also feel like I need more of an education behind it before I could do something like that. Does that make sense? Do you ever think if you like, okay, if there is a flight out from Amsterdam, I'd go to Vegas. You're crazy. There's so many shows and things to do. I can see you being a motivational speaker. I actually, one of my friends on Facebook posted a article that Harvard is doing free classes right now. And if you complete the course, you get a certificate. And one of them was on writing and motivational speaking. So I think I'm going to sign up for that because it's a free class. And I think it'd be really cool to do. It'd be something to do on, you know, my days that I'm fasting for 72 hours. You're gonna start ADF tomorrow. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Bye. Bread and cheese are my weakness. Yes. You'll need to go to Vegas. There's other places in the strip. Why does the body retain so much water? Do you know? Like, I hear so many stories of people losing a bucket load of water as soon as they start fasting. I know we retain water whenever we eat certain foods, so that could be part of it. You can go get the education and then do it. Get your education, then come back from sorry, Hamilton. You can get your education and then do it. Yeah, I gotta afford that first. Are you planning to keep doing these live videos after the challenge ends? I probably won't do them every day. We've talked about this before, but I might try to do them once a week. They're a lot of fun and they definitely bring my mood up a lot. So I do like doing them. You can still do the study for it. I started my journey. I have so many people waiting to see my outcome. Would you ever do one of those, oh God, no, 10,000 to 20,000 calorie challenges? I don't even think, I think I would die. Like, can I split it with like me and my family of like 17 people? I don't think I could do it. I don't think she would. They're really stupid in my, that's cool. We'll look at all the knowledge you have now and you can certainly educate yourself. Look at the prior journey and what is it in itself. Yes. Thank you. And that really does mean a lot to me that you say that. You know, my vlogs are specifically about my journey, and then I come on here and I do informative videos and stuff like that as well to help people. It's always been like that. What do you do when you get hungry or have cravings? It depends. If it is a hunger that is something that I know is going to go away, you eventually can tell the difference between hunger and not hunger, if that makes sense. Like, you have a fake hunger and a real hunger. If I have a real hunger, then I'm going to allow myself to eat. But if it's a fake hunger that I know is going to go away, then I just leave it be. It will go away. It goes away. I promise you. It might not feel like it, but your body, and that's another thing we're actually going to be talking about in the next chapter of this book. They talk about the hunger belly, and if you don't feed it, then it's going to go away. Geese Squad, pay me again. Oh, should I tell them? I think I want to tell them. What do you think? I think I should tell them about what our thing's going to be tomorrow, our Zoom meeting. Do I sometimes overeat on my eat days? Yeah, of course. I mean, there's those days that you eat your cake and your cupcakes or whatever, or you have a big dinner or big lunch, you go out to eat. Restaurants' food is just high calorie anyway. So you go out and you eat lunch with your friends at a restaurant, you know, and then you come home and you eat dinner that night. Like, maybe? He says maybe. Aw. Any sorry, scrolling back up. And then if I have cravings, it depends too. Like, if on a fasting day I have a craving, and the craving continues into my eat day, I satisfy my craving, because in the long run, if you don't satisfy your craving, you'll end up binge eating. So I think that you should always satisfy your cravings. Now, and it's too, it's like, once you have that, then it's like, okay, you're good for a while. You don't need to worry about it again, you know? Does that make sense? I totally feel what you say whenever you say, how do you tell people you're doing ADF knowing they're going to give you negative feedback? Not so many people do that anymore, though. In my point of in my area, I guess it's become more common for people to do, and they're just more curious about it than anything. If anything, you could just hit them with the facts. Do I ever get sidetracked a lot? Thank you for the inspiration and motivation. Wish you the best. Thank you. Sidetracked. Like, what do you mean by sidetracked? Like on with fasting and stuff? Or what do you mean? I gotta go. Stay safe and thanks for your time. Bye. I think people that do those 100-calorie challenges are faking. Who the heck can eat that much? I had a very hard week. Not one day of ADF yet, but I have completed 24. What's some tips to help get back on track? Keep pushing back on those the 24 days and see if you can push yourself a little bit further. See if you can go another hour and another hour and another hour. Distract yourself, drink your water, you know, things like that to kind of push yourself to see if you can keep going. Okay, maybe. He said, okay, maybe. Maybe. Yes. I wouldn't tell him if you can help it. You can just go meal by meal. Me too. Love these lives. Plus helps me fasting while learning. Was anyone critical in the beginning of doing ADF? Did you try to tell them it wasn't? Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I know, for example, there were a couple people that were like, well, just make sure that you're doing it right. Like, because everybody thinks that when you're fasting, you're starving yourself. And there's been so many studies about that. That's not true. You are not starving yourself. We store excess fat on our body for the fact that if we aren't eating something, then our body eats the fat off our body. If you're overweight, you're not starving yourself because your body is using your freezer food, what we learned in chapter 1 yesterday, to energize you. That's why you don't die at night in your sleep, you know, things like that. Fasting and fighting cravings is much easier when you're laying in bed all day watching Netflix or YouTube. I'm not going to disagree with you. I literally put salt in my hand to snack on during a fast. It's like having pretzels. I'm starting tomorrow, my first fasting day. Wish you luck. Good luck. I did try last week and did good, but this week I haven't been able to fast. Keep trying. I find fasting now during quarantine is a lot harder than before, and it's frustrating because I have been able to do 48 and 72-hour fast, no problems. Do you think it's because you're home all the time? Because I kind of feel like that as well. It would definitely be harder. You can totally get back on track. You got this. I know you do. Okay, guys. If you want me to tell you what Geek Squad and I are talking about tomorrow after the live chat, I'm kind of nervous about it because I don't want to get my hopes up about it and then it kind of like backtrack. Basically, so you know how yesterday we were talking about fasting trackers and like how I prefer the Life one over the Simple one, things like that. Well, he actually messaged me after the live chat yesterday and said that he is actually a developer and wanted to talk to me about maybe developing a fasting app. One that I like, and then I can like put it out onto the App Store and Google Play and stuff like that, and maybe I'll have an app out there of me and myself, and that was really freaking cool. So we're talking about that tomorrow, actually, after the live chat on a Zoom meeting, and I'm really excited about it. So that was kind of the exciting thing. I just don't want it to like not happen and backfire, so we'll see. I know, right? I think it'd be really cool because he's like, that way you could kind of develop an app that you like, things on the app that you would prefer to, you know, see and stuff like that. So I think that'd be really cool. But, you know, we'll see how it goes because that'll be tomorrow. We're going to talk about it and kind of see what all it would take. I'm going to have Ian here with me so we can kind of both go over it together and all that good stuff. But I'm really excited. Really excited. I hope it works out. That'd be really cool, especially because I have all you guys that could use it and then come back and like give me input or like things that maybe we could change or something like that, you know? Yeah. Let's see here. People criticize any diet. They judge when you're not doing nothing and judge when you start doing something. That is so true. Oh my gosh. It's just like, oh, you're not losing weight. Oh, you are losing weight. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I don't know if you've followed me for a really long period of time, a long ways back. Oh, cool. You're a developer too. A long ways back, I told a friend, or no, I posted a picture or whatever on Instagram of a comparison or whatever. And one of these people that I had been really close friends with, Hannah, you know who I'm talking about, probably that Joe Ladd guy. He messaged me and said, "If you lose any more weight, you're gonna look like a crackhead." And that, like, really bothered me because I was in the process of losing my weight still, and for somebody to say that about me was like, "What the heck? Like, where do you come off to say something so negative and mean about me trying to better myself?" But it's like when I was overweight, I was getting told I was fat all the time, so it's like there is no middle ground. It's so frustrating. I have a question. For family reasons, Friday and Sunday are eating days. To maintain my schedule, I have to eat Sunday and Monday or eat. Whoa, hold on. I have a question. For family reasons, I Friday and on Friday and Sunday are eating days. To maintain that schedule, I have to eat Sunday and Monday or fast Monday and Tuesday. What do you suggest? That's a good question. That sounds, because if you eat on Fridays and Sundays, you'd either have to fast 2 days in a row to maintain that schedule or change it up. Could you do like one meal a day on your Friday or your Sunday and see how that works? I actually started after breakfast today. I don't want to eat. Yes, it has begun. International app developer, Rachel Inc. I'm also wow, that's awesome. I didn't know you guys. I have so many talented people in my family. It makes me so happy. Oh, and if you aren't on the group as well, we also I kind of came up with the idea of calling, like, you know how like every YouTuber has like my fasting fam or whatever it is. I really like Think Fast Family. So it's kind of like, what's up, Think Fast Family? Because that's what the merch is on the shirts now. You know, so. The longest I've ever fasted was about 46 hours. So 72 is going to be fun. Just fast Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. 4-3 like Samaya. There you go. I was able to go on a free live webinar for Megan and Eve pertaining to their new book and got to ask questions. They answered all of them. So cool to get advice from. That's really cool. Think fasters. Think fast family. Think fasters. I like think fast. I gotta go work out. No, I'm gonna be ending this here in a couple seconds. I have found it hard and struggle with body dysmorphia as well. When I was younger, I got criticized by my Oma a lot, and it still hits. I got criticized by my grandpa a lot. He told me, if you could lose 20 pounds, I'll give you 20 bucks. And it's just like, you don't need, why are you trying to give me incentive to lose weight, grandpa? Like, damn, love me the way I am. 5'11" and 185 pounds to carry my weight evenly. You're a very tall person. Like, I don't feel like 185 pounds on a 5'11" person is very much at all. I tend to get hungry a lot in the winter. I'm struggling to do OMAD when it's cold. Huh. That's really interesting. I've never heard of that before. Oh my god, I found you live. I've been trying to catch you live and couldn't get it right. I love your journey. Thank you for sharing such an inspiration. Well, thank you. And I'm actually getting ready to get off of here. Yeah, it's so mean and they do more damage than they think. At the beginning of your journey, how much weight did you lose before you noticed any weight loss? It took me a really long time because I suffer from body dysmorphia. And it took me a really long time to see changes in my body. So hi, a question. How do you deal with loose skin? Is it an emotional subject? Yeah, it is kind of. I did just make a video on it though. Whoa, where'd my voice go? I did just make a video on it though, not too long ago where I kind of talk about my loose skin. I deal with it a lot better now than I did just within the past couple of weeks because my loose skin is tightening a lot from the autophagy benefits. And now that I have kind of proof and pictures in comparison and I can see that, it just really makes me want to continue on my journey and keep going. So anyways, guys, no more questions. We are done with today's live session, but we're going to come back tomorrow. We'll be back on here at 3 o'clock. If you guys have not yet, we are going to be talking about chapter 3, which is kind of my favorite chapter so far, but it's also as far as I've gotten. So once we're done with chapter 3, The fourth chapter will be Forget Calorie Restriction. We're going to talk about that on Monday though, because Friday we are going to be doing our vision board. So I hope you're excited about that, because I am. I'm ready to make a vision board again. So anyways, guys, tomorrow 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, so an hour before the time that it is now wherever you are. And we will see you tomorrow, and I will talk to you all later. So long. Think fast, family. Bye, guys.